Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Let's Get Ready Network. I'm Adelia, that's my buddy Brandi, and we're here to review episode 13 of Happy's Place. It was titled Mama Drama, and there was a lot of family conflict in this episode. How you doing tonight, Brandi?
Doing all right. A little sore, but we're hanging in there.
Yeah. What did you think of the episode?
I liked it. It was an important episode. We got to meet Isabella's mom. I
Mm-hmm.
almost said Gabby at first. Isabella's mom, Maritza, played by Justine Machado, I want to say.
Mm-hmm. Justina
Um,
Machado.
yeah. And I like her. I like her as an actress. I watched a little bit of One Day at a Time, and she added that little, now we know what Isabella's mom is like when she's always talking about her mom in different ways, and now we see the issues that they kind of have a little bit of.
Yeah.
Like some mothers and daughters have.
Yeah. The way Isabella has talked in previous episodes about her mother,
Mhm.
um, I'm really glad they didn't go down the her mom's a monster
Yeah.
kind of route.
Mhm.
Because it's sort of what it felt like they were setting up. Like her mom was just this awful person who treated her terribly and was emotionally distant and all of this.
Yeah.
Kind of the way Gabby's mom is towards her,
Mhm.
from the way Gabby tells things. And I'm so glad that that's not the way they went with Maritza when she
Yeah.
showed up.
Yeah. But we all have different, things about our own mothers. We have our own issues that we deal with our moms, and I know you have. Everybody has something with their mom, and then people think, "Oh
Yeah.
my God, they're so bad," and then we're like, "No," but it's just because we're with them all the time, and we have
Mhm.
more. And then our friends see my mom, they're like, "Oh, I love your mom. She's so funny." And I'm like, ah, spend more time with her.
Yeah.
But,
I yeah.
it's we always have a different, it's always going to be your friends are going to have a little bit of a different opinion because they're not with your mother 24/7 like we are with our moms.
Yeah. I
Mhm.
mean, um, my mom's been a great mom, but I think any daughter
Uh-huh,
ever has conflict with their mother at some
uh-huh,
point in their
uh-huh,
lives. It's just that when you share a home with them for many years
uh-huh,
past becoming an adult
mhm.
to help take care of them and them take care of you and whatever it happens to be, there's a lot of conflict
Oh,
sometimes.
oh, I know.
Yeah.
I'm now the caretaker. I I was the child, and now I'm the parent. So
Yeah.
so we go through different things, and now it's just, now we see her mom and we see how she is, but she is a little bit different with Isabella than what we see, but not like super horrible like she thinks.
Yeah. I love the way that they introduce Maritza, which is
Mhm.
Isabella brings her in, and there's Bobby and Gabby, and, Bobby immediately is like, you know,
I
nice to
forgive
meet
you.
you. I've heard a lot about you."
Mhm.
And then she sort of looks at Isabella and says, "I mean that in, like, a very pleasant way." Um,
A
and
polite
Isabella's
way.
like, "It's a polite way. It's fine, it's fine." And then it turns to Gabby, and Gabby immediately is like, "Shame."
For shame. I like how they're like, Gabby, be cool. Like basically, Gabby's like, just standing there with their hands on her hips, like, and then just like, for shame, for
Yeah.
shame. I was
And
like,
I love the way after Gabby does that, Maritz is like, "I wanna talk to Gabby," and
uh-huh.
Isabella goes, "Oh,
Oh
no."
no.
She knows what's coming,
Uh-huh.
and, uh, Bobby and Gabby have no idea what's coming next, and, Maritza basically just convinces Gabby to apologize for what she said,
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
basically, and, they establish that Maritza's never losing an argument because of it.
Mhm. Yeah.
And, I just thought that whole way of introducing Maritza is like, okay, this is who Maritza is. She's
Mhm.
not nasty. She's not calling names. She's just
Has a way
able
to
to
turn it
con-
around.
turn it around on you.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I imagine that for Isabella, that was really hard to have for a mom.
Yeah. Yeah. It was.
Um, Also in this episode, we get this little side quest, if you will, with Emmett, Dakota, and Steve, where uh Steve says something about he can't go back to Columbia ever again.
Mm-hmm.
And this strikes Emmett in a certain way, and it seems to really affect him. And we sort of realize later it's because Emmett doesn't talk to his family.
Yeah, I caught that too when he was like, he was telling Dakota, no matter what you do, no matter like how you make your barbecue or whatever, it just doesn't matter. And then Dakota was like, Steve barbecues? Wait a
Yeah,
minute,
that was
like,
funny.
Steve barbecues?
Yeah.
No, but before that, we have Bobby talking to her, and like she comes.
Oh, I'm gonna get back to that.
Oh yeah, okay,
Yeah, we're not going in order tonight because
okay.
it's one of those nights. Um, but Emmett is like really concerned that Steve got kicked out of
And
his
his family,
family,
yeah.
and so he can't go back to Columbia.
Mhm.
And so later they're eating a cake that Isabella had thrown in the trash in the box. So it's perfectly fine cake. It was just in a
In the
clean
box.
box in the trash. Um, and Steve's like, "No, that's not it. Like, I just miss my family. They're all over the place. My mom's in Chicago, my dad's in Mexico City.
My
My
aunts are all
the
over.
rest of my they're all over, and I miss, walking into the house and the smell of my mom's home cooking." I don't
Yeah,
remember what the name of the dish was that he
I
said.
can't remember the name of it either.
But
Yeah,
Emmett then goes and finds a recipe and makes
that's
it.
it. Mhm.
And I just thought that was a lovely little side plot to keep the three guys occupied while this episode focused on
The
the
ladies.
family dynamic with
Mhm.
the ladies and Gabby being involved in that.
Because Gabby had, I was I was laughing about one of the lines and stuff when she said about um her mom sleeping with her boyfriend when she went to camp. And then
Yeah,
Gabby said, "Let's get off the boyfriend." She goes, "That's what I said to my mom." And
yeah,
they laughed and high fived. I was like, "Oh shit, that was funny though."
that was very funny.
I did enjoy the little puns that they do. They do make me
Yeah,
laugh. I like they you see they're all more, now that's established, like I say this all the time, that they're more, it seems more relaxed. They're more, they've got their flow. They're in the
yeah,
middle of the season now. We're getting going. I like it. I like the vibe
I
between
like it
everybody.
too.
Mhm.
The ensemble's really great.
Mhm.
There's
Mhm.
nobody that, like, I'd say is doing a bad job. There's
Mm-mm.
nobody whose character doesn't seem to fit with everybody else's. It's a really wonderful, natural, like, feeling among them. You can tell that with the exception of Isabella, they've all been friends for a really long time.
Mhm. Yeah.
So, that's great.
Mhm.
Um, the main focus of the episode, though, is not only Isabella conflict with her mom, but Bobby's conflict with Maritza as well.
Mhm. Mhm.
And it's sort of established at the beginning that Bobby's forgiven her
Mhm.
for having an affair with Happy.
Mhm.
But when Maritza then speaks to Bobby, she turns the tables on Bobby and says, "You're the one who's ruining my daughter's life.
Yeah, I don't forgive you.
I don't forgive you."
Mhm.
And so Bobby and Maritza talk, and we find out lots of stuff about Isabella in this episode.
Mhm.
Like,
She was supposed to go to
she's supposed to
Stanford.
be at grad school in
Mhm.
Stanford, and she
On a
didn't go
scholarship. On a
on a
scholarship.
scholarship. Yeah,
Mhm.
and she didn't go. And so Maritza's got Bobby thinking that she's ruined Isabella's life
Yeah.
because that's what Maritza does to people. And I'm glad that Isabella was there to be like, after that, when they talked, to be like,
I I liked the line where she said, she's like, "How can I help others when I don't even know myself yet? And I need to know
yeah,
myself before I can help others." And I thought that was very powerful, and that was very impactful and very true. How can you
yeah,
help others if you haven't helped yourself yet?
yeah. Well, after Bobby talked to Maritza to begin with,
Mhm.
she talks with Isabella, and Isabella's like, "You're not ruining my life.
Mhm.
Like, I chose to be here.
Mhm.
This is where I want to be,
Mhm.
and um, I can't believe my mom did that to you, and I'm
Mhm.
gonna go tell her exactly what I think she says her name is Isabella
Ophelia.
Ophelia.
Sanchez? Is it
Sanchez, I think. Something. I don't remember what she
I
said her
know it
last
was
name was.
I know it was Ophelia. It was something with an S. I want to say Sanchez. It might be.
It might be. It might be.
I will go look it up.
Yeah. And she goes to go talk to her mom, and this does not go well. We don't see that conversation, but Isabella comes back and is basically like, I've just come to the conclusion that I'm never going to have a conversation with my mother. She won't answer any of my questions. She turns everything back on me. She had me thinking that I was to blame basically for all of this. And like, that's not fair on Isabella. So you get the point of, as a mother-daughter relationship, Maritza's not being fair to Isabella. But at the same time, when Isabella's like, I can't ever talk to my mother, she's not necessarily being fair with Maritza either.
Yeah.
And when Bobby goes to the hotel to talk to Maritza, that's when we sort of get Bobby understanding what the problem is that they aren't seeing each other's points.
Yeah.
And the point that Isabella is making is, I can't, like you said, I can't help others until I know who I really am. And being at the tavern and being around her half sister and learning more about her father, that's helping her learn who she is.
Yeah.
Because that's got to be really rough growing up, not having any idea who your father is.
Yeah.
And then one day you get called to come to Knoxville, Tennessee, when you live in Texas. And you find out, oh yeah, this lady's dad was also your dad. He's dead now, but he left you half of this. That's got to be really overwhelming.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Anything's really overwhelming when you get thrown into something that you're not have nothing known about it, you know?
Yeah.
Like, you don't know anything and you're thrown into this situation. It's like, holy crap. Like,
yeah.
Oh, very overwhelming.
Yeah. But Bobby talks with Maritza, and Bobby says, I'm not going to ask you what happened with Happy. And she says, but if you want to tell me, and Marissa's like, I don't. So we don't get that story
We don't
here.
get no, yeah, we don't know. Well, maybe she'll come another time and we'll.
Yeah, I think it would be more interesting if in the part of this episode where they've been locked in the office, Maritza and Isabella actually talking for once before they come out and eat the food that Emmett just made for Steve.
I wish we heard a little bit of the conversation.
I wish we heard a little bit of the conversation too, but I think the reveal of what drew Happy to Maritza or whatever comes from Isabella finally telling Bobby maybe at the end of the season or something, as opposed to just overhearing Isabella learn it. Because Isabella has to learn it, but it's impacted Bobby too. And I feel like it'd be a better character moment if it's with those two characters than with a one-off guest star like Justina Machado was as Maritza.
I want her to come back. I like her.
I'd like her to come back too. I thought that was fun character to have on the show. It's a different energy than everybody on the show. And there's obvious conflict among all three of them.
Yeah, I wonder if we'll get Gabby's mom. I almost said Barbara Jean. Gabby's mom, to see how their dynamic is. That would be interesting.
That would be really interesting, yeah. Maybe when they get to the eventual time when Gabby has her baby, if that ever happens in this show, that would be a time to bring in Gabby's mom. But I like that when Bobby brings Maritza back from the hotel and convinces her to talk to Isabella, Isabella just basically slams the door to the office. And Maritza's like, well, like, this wasn't really worth it. And Bobby's like, let me talk to her. And she goes in there and she brings Gabby with her. And at first I was like, why is she bringing Gabby with her?
Then she said to Gabby, you're part of this family too. And Gabby's like, you hear that? And she pushed Emmett.
Yeah, she was so excited to be part of the family.
She pushed Emmett out.
Yeah.
I thought
so excited.
But that's very like slight comedic. I love Melissa.
Yeah. And then inside the office, Gabby's like trying to like lighten the mood, and that's not why Bobby wants her there.
Mhm.
Bobby wants Gabby to talk about how her relationship with her mom is, and Gabby's like, "Have you not learned by now that it's awful?"
Mhm.
And Bobby's like, "But you still talk to her, don't you?"
She's like, yeah, because she's my mom. Like,
Yeah. And that's what she needed to get through Isabella's head, was
Mhm.
just like, listen to Maritza. And I like that before Maritza went into that office, Isabella said, you know, "Will you be honest with me about my and answer my questions?"
yeah.
And Maritza tried to spin it, and Isabella said, "No, that's a yes or no question."
Mhm.
And so Maritza finally relented and said yes. And then she goes, "You would have made a good lawyer,"
Mhm.
which I thought was cute.
Mhm.
And yeah, we don't get that conversation, and we don't get the answers about Happy and Maritza, but
Mhm.
I think that they left this in a better place for Justina Machado to come back as a guest star again as
Mhm.
Maritza
Mhm.
than they maybe could have if Isabella had totally shut her out and uh not listened to her. Because then, like, why would she come back?
Yeah. Yeah. I would love to see her again. Definitely need
Yeah,
we need to see more of the mom.
yeah.
I like this episode. It was very, made you think about things. We got a little bit of answers, not everything, but we got the
It's
guys.
it's
We
like a
learned a little bit
puzzle
of
that's being
Steve.
pieced together.
Yeah, we got a little bit of Steve, and we got a little bit
Got a
of
little bit of
Emmett.
Steve, got a little bit of Emmett.
Mhm.
They very subtly snuck that Emmett line in there
Mhm.
about the barbecue, and
Mhm.
that made you realize he was talking about himself.
Mhm.
And, like, that tells me a lot about why Emmett is part of this family at the
Mhm.
tavern,
Mhm.
because he
I
doesn't have
did.
anyone else.
I did like the part where she threw the cake in, and then he's like, "I would have ate that. I would have ate that cake," and then he pulled the cake out of the trash can,
Mhm.
gave it to
And
Steve.
I gave it to Steve, and I do love how, Bobby comes out and is like, "Is this the cake that was in the
It was in the
trash?" And
trash,
Steve
and
just
he's like,
spits it out, and
he's
Emmett's
like,
like, "It was in a clean box," and
yeah.
still
He
will not
spit it
eat
up.
any more of it. I love that. Um, but yeah, overall, this was a good episode. I, uh I really enjoyed the the family conflict being the main theme
Mhm.
and there being tension because of it,
Mhm.
but that was still
Some
lighthearted enough,
resolution.
funny
Yeah.
enough, and there was some resolution, yeah.
Mhm. I enjoyed it. I think we made it through. We made it through this
Made it through.
made it through the episode. We didn't
And
take
it's
a
not
half
as
hour.
long as the episode this time, so that's a plus.
We're trying to
Uh,
get a little bit better, guys. But yeah,
trying.
let us know what you think about this episode. Did you enjoy seeing Isabella's mom?
Yeah. Did you enjoy having Maritza as a character on this show, and would you like to see a return? That is your question for the
Question.
comments. Leave that in the comments below. Brandi, where can people find you?
They could find me here with you. We did an episode of What on Earth Are They Wearing from the Grammys. We'll be back with that for the Oscars. Will be
We're
coming up
doing an Oscars watch along.
and doing that. And then we're doing the Daredevil rewatch. I've never seen it. Some people are rewatching, they've seen it. I have not. I've joined that panel. Uh, Me and Justin, when we get back to it and do couples therapy, we are going to get back to that because I think I make them watch Girls Just Want to Have Fun.
Yes.
It was an 80s movie that I love, and like
That I
Adelia
love.
loved it too. So like I think we're gonna do that. Yeah. So you can find here. You can find me in Discord if you join the Discord.
Yeah, there's a link to the Discord in the description of this episode. Please join us if you'd like. And if you want to support us here a little bit more, you can like and share this video, subscribe to the channel, and then join us over on Ko-Fi, ko-fi.com/LGR_network.
Mhm.
$3 a month gets you into game night on the Discord, which will resume once we're done with our Daredevil rewatch. And then higher tiers can do things like get you on this show talking about Happy's Place with us. So
Come join us.
come join us. And we appreciate everyone watching. And like we said, leave us a comment, please, because we really like interacting with the people in the comments. So
Yes, we need more interaction. I'll be sharing this on my. I'm also on Twitter, X, but I only really share my things that I'm on. So I'll be sharing this link. Hopefully we'll get more people. And I think we find you here, Adelia, right? We'll be doing the Super Bowl on Sunday.
Yeah, we've got a Super Bowl watch along on the sports channel on Sunday. We will be cheering for opposite teams, I think, because you don't want the Eagles to win and I don't want the Chiefs to win.
Yeah.
So it's going to be an interesting watch along because everyone on the watch along does not want one of those teams to win, I think. So
I'm a Patriots fan, so we know why I'm not an Eagles fan.
And I'm a Broncos fan, so screw the Chiefs.
So come join us. It'll be a fun time.
Yeah, so come join us over on the sports channel. That stream's already up. If you want to go over there, you can bookmark the link or something. But yeah, until next time, we are out of here.
Bye,
Bye,
everybody.
guys.